Right, along those lines, then, this is obviously something we're going to dive into. And by the way, if anyone's watching this and you actually aren't a fan of LIDER, I'm going to ask him all the hard questions. Like, he can tell you what he thinks of these topics that everyone wants to talk about on Reddit, but maybe they know, maybe they don't know. So along those lines, right, when you came in, the story behind LIDER, even though you had actually won that, like, the EU Masters, etc., was like, oh, this guy basically just mains like Yasuo and Akali. Like, he's just going to play those. And if people remember, this was the split where, you know, people obviously were playing like Azir and stuff like that. Like, the Azir Corki was like still in the meta, TF. Like, you know, there was the champions pool at the time wasn't to play Yasuo mid lane in LEC. And you came in, and I think even your first game was like a Yasuo game, and that didn't go well. I think you fed that one. So people were like, see, they'll never make it here. But you had a game later, I remember, where you fucking super hard carried, you had like 12 kills or something. So, like, at the time, was it true that, like, you mainly were trying to just stick to those champions? Were those just the comfort? What was the logic behind why you played those?
I mean, like I mentioned before, I was still fairly new to competitive, and it is just the fact that I did not know how to play many champions. I started off as a Yasuo one trick, became a Yasuo, Ryze one trick, and played a lot of Katarina as well, but not really relevant to competitive play. And then all of these mini reworks were coming out, like Aurelia and Akali, and slowly but surely these champions were getting integrated into my pool. And then some champions that I already had from my pool, like the solo queue champions, like I said, was really strong, especially when I was playing EU Master. So it wasn't really it wasn't really easy to ban me out, because I was super comfortable playing on playing these champions and getting push or whatever it is. Like always like in my comfort zone, playing well. And then later on, when you got into LEC, and I was still fairly new, we didn't really play much. First of all, our issue was as a team was getting us five play well together. Like I said, Kire coming in, his way of communicating with other core members of the team that had was really vocal in the team. So we had to like tie this up and fix these issues. And I don't want to use that as an excuse to why I'm not playing these mages, but the reason why I did not play these mages was first of all because of my incompetence of not being able to pick up a champion really easily, and second of all because I didn't really want to risk losing us games. Because you can imagine my thought process. I get called up like, you're gonna be playing. We're thinking of putting you in for this next weeks, and I'm like super excited, like thinking maybe I can turn this around. Maybe we can even make it to playoffs, even though it was hard while we were rookies. So I just wanted to still keep playing my comfort, and I didn't really want to risk games because I was a slow learner when it came to champions that I didn't really enjoy. So let's say even though I really enjoyed playing Azir, let's say Azir was banned, then I would be able to pick up other champions I didn't enjoy. But that basically taught me, at least now, that I should, like, it just was a lesson for me. I should just always be ready to pick whatever champion I think is best in the situation, and have always something ready. But obviously I will still go back to this assassin type of champions. So yeah, the champion pool issue for sure my fault, but then again it was just hard to start learning different style from coming from split push, collapse, skirmish, this to slowly controlled, where to put down pink wards, how to play, how to rotate all this slow-paced macro game Korean style. So it was just we just couldn't risk it. That's
okay.
Why.
Oh, by the way, I'll just point out, because I just looked it up now. I actually meant Aurelia was obviously the other famous one you played. It wasn't Akali. Like, you do play that this year, though.